Hello, welcome to the Melanin Gold channel. My name is Penny, and yeah, I've been away for a hot minute. Sorry about that, y'all. I've had a lot of personal stuff going on I don't want to get into right now, but maybe later on when I feel more comfortable. I hope you guys had a really good New Year's. I hope your the first month of the new year was good for you. And it's just nothing but blessings and good things coming your way, I hope. But anyway, hello, welcome to the Melanin Gold channel. My name is Penny, and yeah, I've been away for a hot minute. Sorry about that, y'all. I've had a lot of personal stuff going on I don't want to get into right now, but maybe later on when I feel more comfortable. But I wanted to come to you guys real quick about an article I read. It was on essence.com, but and it sort of kind of shocked me, but didn't at the same time. And it's about an interview that Beyonce's father, Mathew Knowles, did with Ebony magazine, where he basically admitted that the reason that he approached his ex-wife Tina Knowles to ask her out and date her was the fact that he thought that she was a white woman. And basically he gets, I'm reading the article, and he basically, in an interview with Ebony magazine, he did this interview to promote his book called Racism from the Eyes of a Child. Mathew Knowles revealed just how much colorism affected him and the black community. And basically, he gets into talking about how he grew up in the Deep South. And for those who don't know, Mathew Knowles, he grew up in Gaston, Alabama. And yeah, he grew up in Gaston, Alabama in the Deep South. And his mother, since he was a small child, has said to him, and I quote, "When I was growing up, my mother used to say, 'Don't ever bring no nappy head black girl to my house.'" And you also have to take in the fact that this was back in the day, in like the 60s, I think, when he was a kid. So that's pretty deep. So basically, he was kind of brainwashed, as you will, by his mother, and I'm sure the other people around him, and him living in the South back in like the 50s and 60s. And he basically says that as he grew up, that whole colorism concept had morphed how he viewed women, and him purposely dating white women. He talks about as he grew up and he went off to Fisk University, how he faced colorism there too. He said that at Fisk University they had a colorism issue there. And for those who don't know, Fisk University is at HBCU, and that's pretty common with, this is what I'm about to say is common with a lot of HBCUs. He said that I was in the last class where they take out brown paper bags, and if you were darker than the bag, you could not get into Fisk. And that was common with also, not only HBCUs, but also common with a lot of these sororities and fraternities, black sorority and fraternities back in the day. And he says like he developed a eroticized rage. I'm not sure what he means by that. By eroticized rage, which is why he approached his ex-wife Tina Knowles, Beyonce and Solange's mother. And basically, as I said before, the reason that he first approached her, because he thought, Beyonce and Solange's mother was a white woman. And if you look at a picture of her, she's very fair-skinned. She could probably pass. And later getting to know her, he discovered that, as we all know, her Beyonce's mother is Creole. Creoles are mixed with a little bit of European, black, some native blood. And he said that she was more in tune with her blackness, which is cool if that's what she wants to be more in tune with more. That's fine, but she is technically a mixed woman. And from what was reported, they said that the interview was deleted. I don't know why it was deleted. We all know good, well, and clear that colorism exists and it's taught, unfortunately. Taught through our families, taught through the media, the TV we watch, what we see in magazines, on billboards. In a sense, like, we're technically all brainwashed to some extent. And I'll say this, before I go on and talk more about this, I'll give Mathew Knowles his props for being honest. Because we live in a world where a lot of people say that, it's not that I'm against black, dark-skinned girls, it's just that I have a preference, woo-woo. But I don't think a lot of people realize that it's, if you have a preference, fine, I can't get mad at you. But a lot of people don't realize where that preference comes from. And it comes from the fact that a lot of us as black people, we've been brainwashed, in a sense, to think lighter is better, darker is uglier, basically. And he says another quote that I want to read that I thought was interesting. Knowles went on to say, "I challenge my students at Texas Southern to think about this. When it comes to black females, who are the people who get their music played on pop radio? Good point. Mariah Carey, Rihanna, the female rapper Nicki Minaj, my kids, and what do they all have in common?" Yeah, that's pretty deep. Like, I have to keep it real. He's very honest. And the interviewer then answered the question, they are all lighter skinned. Yeah. And at the end of the day, I'll say this. As I said before, I'll give him props for admitting it, that colorism affected him and affected his choices in women. He is now married to a beautiful dark-skinned woman. I forget her name, but I'll put her picture in. Like, what I noticed is that he admits the issue, but I feel like in a lot of ways, Mathew Knowles did not, I feel Mathew, with his power as Beyonce's manager and Solange's manager, and also at a time he was Kelly Rowland's manager, and I always felt with his power, I look at what he did for Beyonce and Solange, especially Beyonce. Beyonce is like the top #1 female artist out there in the world, and I look at her and I'm like, if he noticed that issue, why didn't he help Kelly Rowland more with her career? Because from reports that I heard over the years, I could be wrong, that he would favor more Beyonce and Solange over Kelly. And don't get me wrong, it could be more so the fact that because Solange and Beyonce are his daughters, and of course, obviously, he's going to favor them. But I'm sure even back then when he was Kelly's manager, he was aware of the colorism issue. So why didn't he put as much effort into helping Kelly capitalize and get big off of her career? Hell, I feel there could have been a chance where Kelly could have been on the same level as a Beyonce or Rihanna, but that didn't come to play. And I kind of wonder why he didn't help Kelly the way he helped Beyonce. So if he is aware of the whole colorism issue. So I do think, even though Mathew Knowles as a young child was conditioned to think that way by a family member, he should still kind of take responsibility, because he wasn't a kid forever. He did grow up, and I'm sure him growing up and maturing into an adult, he did meet different people and different women that he was probably attracted to. And I don't think saying now as an adult that he was conditioned as a child is still an excuse, but it shows at the same time how colorism is still the reason why colorism is still existing today. And another thing that I found interesting, now I didn't find the fact that he dated Beyonce's mom because she was lighter complected, but I find it interesting the woman who told him not to bring a nappy-headed black girl home. That woman was his mother, and I'm not sure what his mother looks like, if she's light skinned, if she's dark skinned, if she could be possibly a mixed woman. I don't know. Most likely, looking at Mathew Knowles, him being very darker complected, it was probably a black woman. I don't know if she was light or dark. And that's the problem, the issue that I have. I think I'm probably going to do another video, hopefully no later than tomorrow, about why I believe colorism still exists in the black community, because I feel we put too much blame on one group of people when in a lot of ways other group of people within the black community should take responsibility too for it, because I feel all of us on a collective, whether we're in the black community, whether we're black, whether we're black men, whether we're black women, whether we're light, dark, mixed, I feel honestly we all take the blame for the reason that colorism exists till this day. And I will be doing that video hopefully no later than tomorrow. You guys have a good one. I'm going to definitely be putting out more videos. I'm sorry for my absence, and you guys have a blessed day. Stay golden. Bye.